Guys, today we have a 2012 GMC Acadia. This car has a leaking radiator. If you look in here, there's a fluid all over. The radiator down there is cracked. So this is not a small job, you know. So we're gonna show you exactly what you gotta do. First, we gotta take out this cover on the top, plastic cover. So it has clips here. It has few clips missing, and there's several clips. Once you have that removed, there's screws, like a torque screws down there, like such as this one right here, this one going across here, this whole bunch of down here under this cover. And then there's screws down here that we have to remove by the wheel well. And on the opposite side, same thing, screws on the wheel well. And there's probably screws and clips underneath the bumper down here. And then we can pull this bumper off, disconnect the fog lights, and put this bumper out of the way. And then once we have this off, we're gonna show you what you have to do next. So give us a moment to put this car up on the lift, and then we'll come right back. All right, so guys, we're gonna begin. I got this car up on the lift. Just want to show you some tools that we might gonna need. I know we're definitely gonna need this set of torque here, because there's a lot of torque screws on that. We're gonna need these picks because this got transmission lines going into it, and you know GM, they use a clamp to hold in the lines. And then we're gonna use this air ratchet today. Probably gonna use that extension with it. And we got some needle nose. We got this clip remover. I'm sure there's gonna be clips in there. Then a flathead screwdriver and a cutter. And the gun is just there for no reason. We might take off the tire, maybe, but we're not gonna take out a tire. And I just want to point out, it's raining today. I'm not using my power tools, electric tools. By power, I mean like I don't want to use electric tools today because this car is soaked up with the water. So I'm gonna use an air tool today. And plus we're dealing with the coolant. I don't want to put my my snap-on drill in risk, because it's, you know, like, you know what happens to electric pieces in a phone or a circuit board. So same thing goes with my snap-on drill. I'm not gonna mess with that. So that's that, and we're gonna start off with this. We're gonna remove this bumper, and then I got a bucket down here. We're gonna drain the coolant into that. So we're gonna catch all the coolant in there. That way we don't make a big mess here. And I'm gonna have some rags on the standby just in case it's a leak. We'll just throw those on, that will suck it up. And that's it. We're gonna start this job by taking off the cover and the bumper. All right guys, so we're gonna start this job with removing this top cover here. This is a screw, I'm sorry, not a screw, a clip here. There's probably another clip down here. It's another clip right here. I'm gonna take that out. And then there's gonna be another clip here. So we take out all the clips. We take this cover, lifts right off. And you can put this to the side somewhere. Once you have that out of the way, like I was saying, there's torque screws here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws, 6. We're gonna take those off, and this bumper should be loose from the top, and then we're gonna go on the sides. Alright, so we got the tool ready here. This is a T20. So all you do is you take out the torque. And there's one in this corner. You always want to organize your whatever you take off, all the bolts and screws. So I'm gonna keep this to the side so I know where these goes. and because it could be a different size. So you see the bumper is gonna be loose there, and once we have this out, there's gonna be more screws. There's gonna be like this panel right here, this plastic that goes all around. We take that off too. So let me put this tool away. All right, so next there's a whole bunch of screws here in this area, if you can see right here. We'll take all these off from both sides. And there's one over here. I don't know if I can get it, but let's. There you go. So what I'll do is I'll keep these to this side and I'll leave it right here in this corner, so I know these go here. So when we come back, we know where these goes. Now we're gonna go on the opposite side. Same thing. You're gonna take your tool, take out all these bolts. Oh, I dropped one. There you go. Let me see if I can find the one I dropped. Oh, it's right here. So same thing. With these, I'll keep them on the lift here. Usually this is a good idea to keep it on the lift. So we have this out. This little cover here is gonna separate. I believe so. It's gonna separate just like that. And then let me disconnect the airline. Same thing on this side. This little bumper fender liner here is gonna separate, and then what's gonna happen is you're gonna pop this. There's probably a screw down here. There's a number 7 up here. So we're gonna take out this number 7 here, right? So we're gonna take that off. I don't know if it's 7 or a quarter. Well, I'll figure that out. All right, so the screw down here, the little bolt is number 7. So I went and grabbed it. It's number 7. And there it is. That's the number 7. I'm gonna leave that here on this side, and I'm gonna go on the opposite side, do the same thing. I'm gonna go down here, fish out that number 7. I hope you can see with the camera. Alright, so it's hanging there. There it is, number 7. I'm gonna put that on this side. Now, I should be able to yank this bumper out. I'm gonna do one thing. Remember these little screws I took out from the top? I'm gonna put one in by hand. The reason is because I want to loosen up all this. I want to loosen up all this, both sides. All right, so this is gonna give me a little security to stay up there. And one more thing I'm gonna do is, now we're gonna go up in the air. Right, let me put my light up there. We're gonna, you could use something else besides this, a wrench or anything. I'm gonna open up this cap, radiator cap, because we're gonna drain this also. This cap is not easy to take off. So let me take out this cap. This is gonna give some ventilation so the air can get in at the same time as it's draining. So I just want to show you guys, the radiator was leaking right from the neck, right there. You see it's cracked up right there. If I yank a little bit more, it's gonna crack and break. So I'm gonna take off this cap. I'm gonna put this cap here so I know where it's at. And my Torque T20. This is a T20 I use. It's there. So let me go back up and we'll come right back. Alright, so I got the car up in the air. And I just want to show you there's not a whole lot down here. I'm not even gonna record this. There's a bolt torque here, and there's a screw on that side and a torque. We're gonna take those off, and then we're gonna drain this coolant. The drainer, I don't even know if this car has a drainer. Let's see if it does have a drainer. Alright, now I have all the bolts loose from the bottom. And I got this one I told you that I was gonna put back is in there. I'm gonna take that off. Let me see if I can get my torque. Where did it go? Okay, it's with my air tool. So this is the last thing that's holding it, and I haven't drained it yet because I haven't found the drainer. I know GM doesn't have drainers on their car. Some do, some don't, but this one don't. Thanks, GM. So one thing you want to do is when you have this bumper coming off, make sure you take off this bulb. And my guy is not here, so I don't have help yet, so I'm gonna do this by myself. It's all right, I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So this thing is just a clip. So like a regular bulb, this bumper comes out. There you have it, bumper out. All right, so I'm gonna take this bumper and I'm gonna put it to the side. Like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. That's how I get my motivation. If other people can do it, why not me, you know? If they build it, we can do it. The whole point was to have these pieces made was so somebody can service them, you know? You want to be careful with the car. You don't want to scratch the car, and you don't want to scratch the bumper. So you take this damn thing and put it to the side. And there's my BMW. Not mine, customers, but that's the one. We're still making a video on how to change these AC lines. We'll get back to that, and we'll make that video. Back to the car, to the GMC. I'm not even gonna get to the point where to drain it yet. We might just take off the hose and let everything loose. So next, I'm gonna remove this cover here. I don't have power tools right now, and I'm not using my drill. Like I said, it's raining. So what I'll do is, I'll do it by hand. All you need is number 10 and a ratchet. Couple of screws here, bolts on the top, and I'm sure there's a couple of sticking in there. Alright, so you need a gear wrench. That's what you need right there. There's a gear wrench goes there, and a gear wrench goes there. And I think that's all they got for this cover, this plastic piece right here to come off. That's all you need to take out, this plastic piece. So I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna put the video on pause and I'm gonna come right back. Okay, so I'm back. I got my number 10 blue point. I only got 2 wrenches in blue point. I ordered some more, they're coming. So there's number 10 here, number 10 here. I'm gonna let you take that one out, right? Wow, and then take off these 2 right here. So it has 2, 4, 6 number 10s. I loosened those already. Again, same thing. I'm gonna take all these bolts, and I know I have these little torques here. I'm gonna put, hey, get out of the way. Number 10's there. Take that and put it there too. It's already loose. Once you have that out, this thing just slides right out. Take it, put it somewhere safe. Next, there's a clip here for the condenser. We're gonna take out these mounts. This radiator mount right here. We're gonna take off that number 10. I'm gonna take off this number 10. Same thing. Take number 10, turn it. After that, it should just come off by hand. So that's the radiator upper mount. I'm gonna take that, put it here with the screw. It should be moving already. We're gonna take off the little hose. It goes to the reservoir up here. You always want to put a clamp on this because I know this leaks a lot of the time. You take a flathead, loosen that up, and that hose should come right off. There you go. All right, what we're gonna do next is complicated. This is where you want to pay attention more. Alright, let me figure this out and we'll come right back. Alright, next we're gonna remove the fan connector. We're gonna get the fan out of the way. Let's take this off too. Alright, this is number 13, and at 13 this thing should just lift up and go up on the top. And there's two number 13s. Oh no, we're gonna take out the number 10s. Take out the number 10 here, 10 there, 10 here. This is not gonna come off because there's a rail going down. So this is the hood latch. We're gonna take this out because the radiator is gonna come up and this is gonna block it if we don't take it off. So you take this off. There's a clip down here. You could take a flathead. You can open that up and this cable should come out. And you could take this and put it to the side. Now you have enough clearance to take out this radiator. This is gonna come out with the fan. You could do it without the fan, but we're gonna do it with the fan. And there's a clip for the condenser on this side. Make sure you have this out of the way. This whole bunch of covers here, and same thing here. And now what we're gonna do is take off the radiator, upper radiator hose, lower radiator hose down there, and that's where we're gonna drain it from. And these are the two transmission line that goes in there. They have like a little cover to it, and we're gonna take those out. Alright, so what we did was we took out the lower radiator hose because it has no drainer. And also we took out that transmission line from up there. There's one from the top here. Those transmission line has these little clips here. You'd use the pick like this, the sharp edge pick, pop those off, and it should come right off. And also we took out the upper radiator hose here. So the hose is not there, and this thing is ready to come out. So what we're gonna do next is the condenser has little clips like that. It should pop off. From there, from this side, and in the bottom it's just sitting onto this little, like a little hook there. Same thing on this side, and we're gonna yank that AC condenser up. It should come off and the radiator should release out. Alright, so we have everything loose. The antifreeze is drained out. We got the transmission lines out. It's still dripping a little down there, that's fine. So you want to stay on that side? I'll stay on this side. So it's like a little trick to have this radiator come out, but it's not that bad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off by moving out that clip. He got that clip out, and this side is out also. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna lift up this condenser. It's gonna come out from that little groove right there. And same thing on this side. So once you have that condenser out, you can just move it a little bit forward, front of the radiator. Now you have all that gap. What we're gonna do next is, let me put this light up there. We're gonna pull this radiator out of there. We're gonna have to pay attention to both sides because there's transmission AC lines on this side, and transmission lines are out, so we're good there. So that's it. Let's see if we can get this thing out of there. Something's holding on this side. I think it's this condenser. Let me get this condenser out of the way. There you go. That should help a little bit. What is on this side? Something on this side. Okay, it's this little cover on the side. Nothing else. This is hitting it. This is the condenser. All right. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna. There you go. Stop. It's gonna come right out. So you gotta do it gently a little bit, and it should come right out. You could tilt it a little bit. And 1 second. Let me grab this clamp. It's about to fall. All right. So this side, you see the AC line? That's the only thing down here. Let me get that AC line out of the way. And that's it. There you go. Are we gonna keep it up like this? You wanna take it there? Yeah. Keep it up like that, alright? Because there's fluids inside. So over there, just put it just like that on the floor. So there you have the radiator out. So these was the two transmission line. There's one line here. There's one line here. And just want to show you this little retainer here. All it was doing was blocking that. That's all it was doing. When this clips in, it clips in on the back of it, so it doesn't let it come out. So you want to make sure you don't lose these. And maybe the new radiator has it in there, but if it doesn't, you're gonna reuse these. And that's it. And when you put the radiator back in, make sure you connect that fan. All right, so we're gonna go over there and we're gonna put the fan and the radiator together. All right, so we have the new radiator. The new radiator has these little clips in there already. They're built in there. So this is where the transmission lights goes in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that fan and assemble it to this, and we're gonna remove this little thing here. And yeah, you can start taking out the number 10 there and the number 10. All it has is 2 screws because this is not the original, but if it was original, it probably would have had another screw down there. So this is where it cracked from the radiator. So it must have overheated or something, I don't know. This looks weird. We'll check the engine mounts on this. Maybe the engine mount pulled this, you know, bad engine mounts. All right, so you take the new fan, put that on, it clicks in there, and on the opposite side there, and then it has number 10 here and number 10 there. You want to give me the other number 10? I'll put it on this side. You want to make sure when you put this in, it's not that so long that it goes straight through and damage the radiator. So you take the number 10 there. You tighten this up. Oh wow. Alright, so this is ready to go back in the car. Let's bring this over and put this in the car. So we're gonna take this radiator, gently put it back in there. You want to make sure the radiator mounts, like that one is out. You want to fix that one down there, the little rubber mount. It's sitting in its spot. This radiator is going to sit right in there. Make sure you have it in there. So let's lift this in. right. Yeah. You're gonna have to control it because I gotta record this. Alright. Alright, so you take that radiator, you just put it down there. Just be careful with this edge. You don't want to damage it because these radiators, they're not that strong. And same thing with the condenser. And once you have it down there, just try to get it onto the mounts down there. Alright, this is sitting on top of the... There you go. No, stop. So we have the radiator in there. We're gonna put everything back together, the transmission line and the hoses, and then we're gonna come right back. You see that light? You see that light? Alright, so the condenser, it sits on the little grooves here, and then all you do is click it in, and then we're not gonna put the upper transmission line in yet. We'll put the bottom one in first, and don't forget, let's connect it now, because a lot of people, they forget, because this is hidden. This is the connector for the fan. All right, so let's go up. So to put these transmission line in, it already has a clip in there, the retainer ring. All you do, you take this line and you stick it in there, and you gotta yank it in there, and that's it. It clicks right in. And then make sure you put this little clamp on. So we're gonna finish out this job, and all you gotta do is reverse the procedure. You put that on, the lock for the hood, then you put the plastic cover that goes here, and before you put the bumper on, make sure you get the upper radiator hose in there, this little hose. And before you put the bumper on, the best thing to do is put the car back there, pull it out of the bay, let the car run and check for leaks and check for that fan to come on. And that's about it. And that's how you change the radiator on a 2012 GMC Acadia. All right, so we have everything back together. We put the bolts up on the top. The Allen is finishing them up. And then on this side, we got this left, number 7 up there, and a couple of little screws that go here, side of the cover. And then I want to show you, once you have the car running, make sure you let this car run good. And this temperature gauge here should be right by 210 degrees, and that's where it should stand at. Okay, so if you need to get an idea of that, that's there for you to see in this video. Let this car run, keep an eye on the fans. Both fans should come on when you put the AC on. The left side fan should come on every once in a while as the car heats. And then after that, let the car run for 20 minutes, let it cool down, and check the antifreeze one more time before you let this car go. And that's it.